All right. Okay, everybody. Hello. Good morning. Happy Saturday. It's almost afternoon in Michigan. I know we have some West Coasters that you guys are probably just bright and early rolling out of bed, drinking your coffee. So hello. Good morning to all of you, or if you're watching this recording later. So this Zoom specifically is going to be covering strategy for pushing towards the ranks of senior brand partner and executive brand partner. So I just want to make sure you're all in the right spot. If your goal is senior brand partner this month for the month of January, I want you guys to throw that in the chat. If your goal for this month is executive brand partner, I want you to throw that in the chat as well, just so I kind of have an idea of who is going for what, who's shooting for what, or maybe you are a leader on here and you are just kind of watching through the strategy, which is awesome. And I absolutely love that. So we just announced our first ever Bravenly launch event that is happening, and it is strategically positioned for you guys in 90 days. The reason why we picked that date is so we could give you guys ample time to create some massive momentum in your guys' business to run for some pretty exciting things that are going to be happening in 90 days. And I always have worked my business bite size by bite size as I'm working towards a big goal. And so I'm curious, for those of you that are on here, what is your goal for maybe walking into conference? Is it director? Is it senior director? Is it executive brand partner? What is your goal for the next 90 days? All right. I'm curious what that is for you. And if you know what it is, throw that in the chat as well, because here's the deal. If you are pushing towards senior brand partner in January for this month, you can create momentum to go executive brand partner in February, and you can go director in March and earn the yacht, right? Or maybe your goal is executive brand partner for this month, and you're thinking, you know what? I want to go director in February and senior director in March, and not only earn the yacht, but also earn the leader breakfast. Do you guys understand? Maybe you're brand new, but those are things that absolutely 100% can happen. If you are brand new to this and you don't have anybody on your team, you guys are in the right spot. We're just going to put one foot in front of the other, one goal in front of the other, and walk our way, run our way to those goals for you guys down in Florida, which is super exciting. And I know for me, anytime that I've ran towards any goal, whether it's big, small, little, huge, massive, tiny, itty bitty, I need to have two things ready to go. I need to have a mindset that is deciding, and I need to have work ethic to go with that. You need to decide, and then you start going, right? You put action down. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys for just a second, and we're going to break down what these ranks look like. So let me move the chat over to the screen so you guys can get a good look at what this looks like. All right, let me go ahead and share. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see that. If not, throw it in the chat that you can't if I'm sharing to the wrong screen. But the two ranks that we're going to be covering on this Zoom are senior brand partner and executive brand partner. Okay. So I'm going to talk through both of them, but what I want you focused on is your goal. Whatever your goal is, hold on, we've got some people in the waiting room. Okay, whatever your goal is, I want you to focus on that. All right. If your goal right now is senior brand partner, yes, I'm going to be talking about executive brand partner, but I do not want that overwhelming you. I do not want you feeling like, oh my gosh, that's not what I can do. I really want you honed in on what your goal is for this month. Don't overcomplicate it. Look at the part of the screen that is for you. Okay. So a senior brand partner, there's 4 pieces to every rank that you're going to need. And so you have to be active. What active means is that you have 100 PQV in this month, in the month of January. All right. So you can do that with your orders or your customer orders. So however you choose to do that, you could go in and buy 100 PQV if you're wanting some of our products, or you could say, you know what, I'm going to go get somebody on a trio. I'm going to go sell XYZ and make that 100 PQV from my customer. So you just have to be active sometime in the month of January in order to hit that rank at the very end of the month. The next part that you need is you need to personally enroll a brand partner that's active. Just one person. That's it. You have to personally enroll one other person that is just like you, that says, you know what, I want to use these products. I want to get healthy, but I want to make a little bit of extra money too, right? So a friend, do you have a sister? Do you have a coworker? Do you have a neighbor that is like, I'm all in for this. Let's do this, right? So personally enroll one person and then help that person get active in the month of January. Okay. And then you need to personally enroll 2 qualified ambassadors. A qualified ambassador is just somebody that pays the $9.99 and they order at least one product. So the true definition of a qualified ambassador is somebody that is an ambassador that's ordered at least 25 QV in the last 6 months. We don't have any products that are less than 25 QV. So hold on one second. My son is calling me and I need to text my husband to help him. He's at a friend's house. I just want to make sure everything's okay. Sorry, guys. Just one second. Sorry. He's called 3 times now. Actually, I'm just getting a voice audio on. Hey, I'm on a Zoom. Can I call you later? Sorry, guys. Life of being a mom, right? On the go all the time. Okay, so I was talking about qualified ambassadors. So the true definition of a qualified ambassador is an ambassador that's ordered at least 25 PQV in the last 6 months. So that's buying any one of our products right now. So you have helped 2 people order our products, and once they're a qualified ambassador for you guys, so if you enroll them this month of January, they're considered a qualified ambassador for you for the next 5 months, which is really cool. So next month, if your goal is executive brand partner, and you're going to look at the screen and see you need 2 qualified ambassadors, the 2 that you enroll this month, they count for that, which is really awesome. And then the third thing that you need to go senior brand partner is 1 active or 1 qualified leg. Okay. A qualified leg is just somebody in that leg that is active. It doesn't have to even be the person that is direct to you. Let's say, for example, you enroll your neighbor, John, and John does not get active, but John does go enroll his sister, Sally, and Sally gets active. That person counts for you. It also means that, or that person doesn't have to be a personally enrolled. So let's just say your upline actually places somebody on your front line or places somebody on your team, and that person is active. That counts for you as well. The system is just looking to see if you have an active brand partner underneath you. That's really what it's looking at, okay? And then the 4th thing that you need is 400 total group qualifying volume. So between you, your customers, your brand partner, and their customers, as a group, you're doing 400 in volume, okay? So that is a rank of senior brand partner. Now, executive brand partner is that next step. So if this is your goal, we already kind of talked about what those 4 requirements are. It's just doing a little bit more, okay? So you still have to be active. You still have to personally enroll a brand partner and get 2 qualified ambassadors. And now you have 2 legs, all right? So you have 2 people that are direct to you. And then one of those legs, somebody in one of those legs is a senior brand partner. Okay. So that rank that is 1 step behind what you did. And as a group, you are totaling 1,000 total group qualification volume. So everybody all together is doing 1,000 in sales. Okay, so that is kind of the breakdown of the difference between the 2 different ranks. So I want to tell you guys, once you go senior brand partner, so if that's your goal this month, all you need to do to hit the next goal is just teach somebody to do what you just did, right? And you just enroll 1 more person. You enroll 1 more person next month and teach somebody to do what you just did, and you're going to go executive brand partner. Do you guys see that if you do that in your first 3 months in the company, you're going to get a $100 bonus? Like, how cool is that? How awesome is that, right? So once you have 2 brand partners, all you need to look at is who's going to go senior brand partner. Once you have 2 people, it's just who's going to go enroll one more person. And that is your senior brand partner. Okay. So I kind of want to get into, and I'm going to leave this up for just a few minutes as I'm talking. So as I'm talking through kind of charting, and what charting is, it's printing out one of these, what we call a worksheet. Okay. You're printing it out and you're starting to fill it out. You're starting to write in a name in that qualified leg box. You're starting to check off the active box, the 2 qualified ambassador box. You're starting to check off the personally enrolled brand partner. That is what charting is. And it is a key important step in helping you guys promote to the rank that you're wanting to go to. Why? Because you have a roadmap, right? Have you guys ever gotten in a car and been like, okay, I need to drive 15 hours to this place and I have no idea where I'm going? You don't usually just start driving unless that's in the intention, right? But most people, if you need to get somewhere at a certain time, at a specific location, you need a roadmap. You need to figure out the directions. You need to figure out where you're going. This is your roadmap. This is your worksheet to get you guys there, okay? So I'm going to talk through what charting is. I'm going to leave this up. So you need to know who you're bringing with you and who's promoting with you. Okay. If your goal is senior brand partner, you need to know who's going to be that qualified leg for you, who's going to get active. Maybe you've personally enrolled 3 people, but none of them are active. You need to figure out somebody that's going to get active so you can actually promote to senior brand partner. Okay. Same thing for executive brand partner. You need to know who's promoting with you, who's going to go senior brand partner with you, that's going to run for this goal this month with you. You also need to know, as you're enrolling a brand partner, where you're placing that person. So the joy of this business, you guys, is to go all the way to the top of the company. You only need 5 legs. You only need to have 5 people that are direct to you. Once I heard that the first time in my career, it was so freeing to know that I could go all the way to the top of the company and I only needed to bring in 5 people. What if your goal is in a year from now, you're hitting that, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, right? And so 5 people is not a ton. And that was freeing to me to know that I didn't have to personally enroll 40. I didn't have to personally enroll 20. I just needed to have 5 friends eventually that were going to do this with me. And then I was just going to go help those 5 people. And so once you have, say you're going senior brand partner, once you have that first person in that next box, the next person that you're going to enroll is also going to go direct to you. Okay. So if you're looking at that executive brand partner, I don't know if you guys can see oh no, here we go. Can you see my mouse on the screen? Okay, perfect. So once you have this person personally enrolled, the next person that you enroll is going to go right here. Guess what? If you enroll a 3rd person and your goal is executive brand partner, did you guys know that you could personally enroll that person and place them under this person right here and place that person here? And guess what? You've just promoted to executive brand partner. You've got your people in place. You don't have to rely on this person to go enroll somebody. You want to help them do that. Absolutely. That's the goal, right? But let's just say it's it's almost the end of the month and you enroll that 3rd person. You don't have to leave them on your front line. You can move them and place them here and promote and get your $100 bonus, right? Sometimes that's a really cool thing to do because why? This person's going to be so excited that they already have a person on their team. It's going to give them a little bit of a boost. So one tip that I have for you guys is try to have your people in place, your structure. Try to have these brand partners in place by the 15th of the month. That way you can focus on helping get the volume that you need by the end of the month. You want to be in the 400 club so you can get those enhanced commissions, and you want to help your team do that as well. Okay. Did you guys know that any volume that you personally bring in counts towards that total group volume? So if you yourself have a goal of getting to the 400 club, you're going to hit senior brand partner if you already have your personally enrolled person. Okay. So let's talk through a little bit. I'm going to stop screen sharing and let's see where my notes go so we stay on track. Let's talk a little bit about signing brand partners. Okay. So this is something that I would say you want to focus on, like I said, between the 1st and the 15th of the month. You want to get your structure in place, and that way you have time to get the volume. Now, does it always happen that way? No. Not at all. You could be enrolling brand partners all the way up until the very last day. I just, as it's the 9th of the month right now, and as we're moving forward, just like I said, this is a roadmap, it's a guide. So my tip has always been try to get your structure in place between the 1st and the 15th of the month. And so to do that, I'm going to give you guys a couple of tips of how to go sign brand partners right now. Okay. First of all, know what you have your hands on. You guys are a part of a brand new ground floor social marketing company that has a first to market product. Nobody has anything out there like what we have our hands on right now. Okay. You should be shouting this from the rooftops and telling everybody that you know about this because it is such an exciting thing, right? I felt like, oh my goodness, if I don't tell my friends and family about this, they're going to think I'm selfish. They're going to be like, why didn't you tell me about it? Why did you like hold that back, right? So all of your messaging and all of your posting right now should be geared towards getting brand partners. Okay. And then they shift on the 15th. And we're going to talk about that next, how to fill the volume there. But right now, make it a goal when all of your messages that you're sending out, some of your posts that you're posting is more geared towards this business, what this business is doing for you, why you said yes to this business, sharing your story daily in a different way. I said yes to network marketing, you guys, because I needed to feed my baby. I needed $500 extra a month to pay for groceries. I needed to pay for my gas. I needed to pay for diapers. Have you guys ever been one of those people that when you're in the grocery store and you're standing in line and you're like counting up like how much you spent and before it's your turn, right? And then you secretly are kind of putting stuff back because you realize that you don't have enough money in your bank account? That was me. That was me. I never knew what it was like to fill my gas tank to full. I always had to check my bank account when I was on E, figure out I had $25 in my bank account, which means I could only afford to put in like $10 to get me where I was going. I had no idea what it was like to not pay attention to the gas prices and to just be able to fill my gas tank up. I had no idea what that was like when I said yes to this industry. That's real. Talk about that. Talk about where you're at right now. Talk about why you said yes to this, what this business is going to do for you and your family, and talk about where you're going with it, right? So a really good post right now would be, for me, like if I was in that situation, I would say something like, I would take a picture at the grocery store and say, oh my gosh, you guys, like I seriously can't believe I have to put groceries back again because I don't have enough money in my bank account. I am so sick of this situation that I'm in right now. I can't handle it. I am so thankful though that a month ago, a week ago, a day ago, I said yes to something that is hopefully going to help me with changing this financial situation I'm in. I am so excited that I'm running towards $100 bonus this month, or talk about the goal that you're running for and share that journey with people because they can relate to that, right? Be loud about what your goals are. People want to join people that know where they're going. They want to follow people and be a part of something different, right? They don't want to join somebody that has no idea what they're doing, no vision and excitement about what that future is all about. So be talking about your guys' team promotions. Corporate is getting ready to announce them on the 15th. But if you didn't promote this month, meaning in December, but you're on a team or your upline did, shout them out. Talk about show movement, right? Forward progress is progress. And so talk about your team, talk about what you're a part of, talk about the fact that your upline promoted to this rank and you're getting mentored by this person. People want to follow people that know where they're going. All right. So messaging for brand partners, you guys get uncomfortable. I know sometimes it's scary. I know sometimes it's, you don't know what to say. Use your uplines. There are scripts galore in our team pages. But if you have no idea what to say, I've been there. Okay. I had an upline that literally told me, before you send a message, tell me who you're texting and why you want that person on your team. And I will help you. I will help you figure out what to say to that person. And guess what, you guys? I could have stayed in fear and not done it, Or I could have made the choice that said, you know what? My dreams, my goals are bigger than my excuses. Yeah, I'm going to text my upline and feel silly for a second because I don't know what to say and say, hey, I'm getting ready to text my best friend, but I have no idea what to say to her. Can you help me? And you guys, guess what? She's like, yep, absolutely. Tell me a little bit about her. And I would tell her, and she's like, okay, I would say something like this. And then you guys, you know what she said? She said, as soon as you send that text message, when she texts you back, screenshot it and send it to me, and I will help you reach back out to her and figure out what to say. I did that every single day for weeks, and it blew up my business. I know right now we have leaders in this company that are willing to do the same thing, that are absolutely willing to do the same thing. You guys just need to have the courage to ask your upline for help, okay? So sending messages about what this looks like, get in people's inboxes that have nothing to do with Bravenly. If you guys are, maybe you're like at that point where like, well, I haven't talked to that person in forever, but I know they'd be so good. Don't just send them a message, talk to them, build that relationship up first, ask questions. One of my favorite things to do is talk to people about them, ask them questions. You know why? Because they're going to do the same thing. They're going to say, oh my gosh, it's so good to hear from you. Yeah, life's crazy. I just had a baby and, I'm staying home. I'm not a dental hygienist anymore, but like, what's up with you? What are you doing? Right? By asking them a question, it's human nature that they're going to ask you back. And then they're literally giving you permission to tell them, yeah, life's been crazy too. Talk to them about personal stuff and say, yeah, I actually just helped launch a company last month. It's been like a crazy whirlwind of a thing. They're gonna be like, what? You did? What's your company? Don't give it all away. Don't tell them all of the details about it, right? And then here's the thing. If they don't ask, if they don't bite, that's okay. No worries. Right? You just planted a seed. And that's why posting is so important, because they're going to be following along. You guys, I don't know how many people that I've enrolled through the years that I had no idea that they were watching me, and they reached out. I remember last New Year's Eve, I was actually at Nikki's house, not this one that just happened, the one before that. And I made a post early in the day and I said, I want to help 2 more people before the end of, 2020 or before the end of 2019 gets here. I want to help 2 more people change their lives. And I put my phone number on it. And I remember getting a text message from somebody that said, I've been watching you for years and something about your last post just hit me in the gut. And I want to do this with you. Okay. You have no idea who's watching you. The other tip I have is go live. Be excited. Talk about what you guys have your hands on. Use the products. That is one way that brings people in to what you're doing. We have been given the opportunity of a lifetime, you guys, to help launch a company. We've got to make the ask. Your friends and family have no idea what you have your hands on if you don't tell them about it. One of my favorite scripts, as I don't love the word scripts because I think people think you just have to copy and paste it. Anytime you guys see something, no, you're supposed to make it your own. Okay. But one of my favorite things that I say to people when I'm talking to them is, if I could teach you how to make $500 a month part-time on a schedule like that you create from home, would you be open to learning more? It's not, I don't just send that, right? It's in a conversation that I'm having with them. I might be talking to them about what I'm doing and saying, I got started for $500. I literally needed $500 a month. It changed my life. If I could show you how to do the same thing, like working from your phone, like from your couch, would you at least be open to learning more? Most people are like, yeah, yeah, tell me a little bit about it, right? And if they're not, that's okay. It's not for everyone. So let's talk about filling volume. So I just kind of gave you guys just a few tips on how to go get those first couple brand partners. So now you have them. Now you're structured. If you're going for senior brand partner, you have your 1 person. If you're going for executive, you have your 3 people on your team. Now we got to get the volume. Now we got to get the 400 or the 1,000 in volume. Okay. So like I said, you can drive your own volume as high as possible because it flows into your total group qualification volume. If your goal is to get into the 400 club so that you can get those enhanced commissions, or the 700 club, that volume is going to go go into that total group of yours. And so make it a personal goal. Don't just rely on your team. You want to set the tone for what your team is doing. If you're going for the 400 club, they're going to be going for the 400 club, right? And so set that tone together. Teach your brand partners to maximize their paycheck by getting into that 400 club, by getting into that enhanced commissions. Right away, tell them, I want to help you make even more. You're going to be making 10 to 20% on your retail and ambassador customers on a weekly basis, but would you want to make an extra 6% on that? Yeah, who would say no to extra money, right? Okay, so I want to help you make more. So let's get into the 400 club. So teach your brand partners how to maximize their paycheck by getting into the enhanced commission. So let's look at volume for a second. So the QV of each of our products, right? We've got gold is 51 QV. I want you guys to write this down if it's possible, okay? Burn is 34 BV. Balance is 68 BV, and the trio is 140. What I would be doing if I was running for a promotion this month is upselling. I would be trying to, every single time I'm signing an ambassador, have them buy at least 2 products. Why? Because if you're selling gold and burn together, that's 85 BV. You only need 4 of those to get into senior brand partner, okay? Gold and balance is 119. You need 3 plus a little more extra BV, okay? Burn and balance is 102. If you sell 4 of those, bam, you've got your volume. Burn, balance, and gold, the trio is 140. You need to sell 2 to 3 of them, okay? That's it. If you have your goal right now of going senior brand partner, you guys, I want you focused on this: getting active, personally enrolling 1 brand partner, personally enrolling 2 qualified ambassadors. If those 2 qualified ambassadors both get the trio, you're pretty much done. You got it in the bag. Okay. So focus on upselling, and how you do that is by asking really good questions. When you're enrolling an ambassador, talk to them about their goals. Talk to them about what they're hoping to accomplish from the product that they're interested in, right? If they're talking to you about balance and saying, yeah, the metabolism blend is like my favorite part of the balance. I'm super excited to get that and see what it's going to do for me. Oh my gosh, did you know that we have a product that's specifically designed to help your metabolism and kind of help to isolate like those spikes in your insulin? Did you know that? That's burn, right? And so by being a really good customer service person to your ambassadors, you're going to upsell those products, and it's going to help you get into the 400 club or the 700 club. So if you guys are focused on selling 2 to 3 trios a month, you're going to break that 400 club every single month. If your focus is getting into the 700 club, you need to sell 5 trios. That's it. That's it. Like, to me, that's freeing to know that it's not like, oh my gosh, I have to sell 17 products. No, it's 3 trios. That's it, right? So tips on getting volume after the 15th of the month. Talk about looking for testimonies. You need testimonies right now. We just launched these products, target 1 product. This is one of the biggest tips I ever learned. Towards the very end of the month, the last 3 to 5 days, pick 1 product, or if it's the trio, pick the trio and post about it every single day. Okay. Put it in your story every single day. Some people like to switch it up. I like to focus on one thing. Why? Because not everybody is seeing your posts every single time, but the other reason is your watchers. If you have somebody, especially if you have a story that goes out, let's say you're focused on the trio. Everything's about the trio. The first day you're posting about it, somebody's looking at it intrigued. Second day, they're like, oh man, look at those testimonials. She's posting like pictures of what people are saying about the products. And then the next day you're posting about it and she's like, oh, I want it, right? So you're making that curiosity happen, where if you're constantly like going back and forth and switching up the products, those last couple of days, you're losing the focus that you have, the attention of people right away. So if you guys aren't utilizing your polls, utilizing stories, you need to. I love having that poll option where it's like, are you interested in getting a discount and earning cash back, right? Yes, or sign me up. or send me info, give me the details. So use those. Then you guys are able, the thing I love about stories is you can watch who's viewing your poll and send every single person a message that says, hey, I saw that you watched my story about the trio. Are you interested in more info? People are watching. If they can make it through your entire story, you can send them a message, right? Call in favors. The month that you guys are going for promotions, the best time to message your dad, message your mom, message your grandma and say, hey, I'm going for $100 bonus. Like that would be so huge for me this month. Tell them what you're going to use that money for, right? I'm looking for a couple more product testimonials and I know I can trust your feedback. If there was any way that you could do me a favor, would it be possible for you to place an order this month? One of my favorite things to say at the end of the month, especially when you know that you have people that are like, I kind of want to support you, or they're saying like, yeah, I'm interested in the product and they just haven't ordered. And you're like, ugh, get your order in, right? A lot of times you guys it's just out of sight, out of mind. They forget about it. They get busy. They're doing something else. So by sending a message at the end of the month to your mom or to your grandma or to your aunt or something that simply just says something like, hey, if it doesn't matter to you, if you order between, or now or next week, it would really help me out if we could get your order in this month because I'm going for a promotion and I'm just 2 orders away. So your order would help push me over, right? If my sister or somebody in my family sent that and I was genuinely interested in the products and I was planning on ordering, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'll get that done for you right now, right? Like they'll get that order in for you, but they're not if you don't talk to them about it. So follow up like a mad woman, you guys. This is the time where anybody that has been talking to you about these products, you're following up with, you're sending those messages that says, hey, I know you were interested in getting the trio last week. Do you have any other questions or do you want me to help you place that order? Okay. Hey, I know we were talking about Bravenly and getting started in this business a couple of days ago. Like what's holding you back? Let's, what other questions do you have? Are you ready to get started? That's like my go-to follow-up tip that I have for you is, do you have any other questions? Or are you ready to get started? Do you have any other questions? Or are you ready to get that order in? Do you have any other questions or do you want me to help you place that order, right? So every little bit of action that you guys are doing right now needs to center around income producing activities. Don't just be busy. Don't just be organizing your list, right? Send those messages. And if you feel like you're scared, that's where you text your upline and say, okay, Ashley said in the Zoom this morning, I need to send some messages. I need to make a post. I really want to hit senior brand partner. Like it is my goal, but I don't know what to say and I'm really scared, right? Send that message to your upline, send that message to your enroller, and they're going to help you guys right now. So one tip I have for you guys, and then we're going to kind of close this out and wrap it up, is if you're on this call right now and you're looking at senior brand partner, maybe that was your goal for January, but you're thinking to yourself, man, I really want a $100 bonus. Like, I wonder if I could double promote this month. I wonder if maybe if I get in the 400 club and I get that, qualified ambassador by the 15th, like Ashley said, man, what would it look like to run the last, half of this month and go executive brand partner? Like, could I do that? Yes, absolutely, you guys. It's going to take 2 things. And it's the 2 things that I started this Zoom with: the mindset and the work ethic. The mindset of say it, believe it, and go. Do it, right? Like I'm claiming this in my head that this is happening. And then your priorities, your time commitment, maybe increasing the amount of things that you're doing. If maybe you are sending, 1 message a day, you're sending 2. Maybe if you are spending 15 minutes of follow-up, you're spending 30 minutes of follow-up. So you're just kind of doubling the work that you're doing. It is not that much different to go from senior brand partner to executive. And remember, you're just bringing on one more person. That's it. And then helping one of them go talk to their friend. So I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to leave you with a story that happened to me. I had been in network marketing for years and hadn't made really any money at all. Okay. And I kind of left the industry. Aspen and I both were like making fun of network marketing for a couple of years. And we're like, we're never doing that again, and we were just in this place where we were making fun of it. And I missed it. I missed the people. I missed having that little bit of extra income. I missed the people being like-minded. And I joined a company and my enroller handed me a sheet like this. Okay. And she said at that point, it was, I had to have 3 people on my front line. Okay. And then one of those people needed to have 2. It was kind of like our director rank. And she said, it's the 15th of the month, but I'm going to help you do this. Like, let's do it. You're going to do this. I didn't think for a second I wasn't. There was nothing in my mind telling me that I wasn't going to do it, right? Because she was telling me I was doing it. And that very first month, I only had 2 weeks to promote, and I did it, right? Because I said I was going to do it. And then I just talked to my friends and family, you guys. So what I did is I didn't wait. I didn't allow myself to stay in a place of being scared of what not to say or what to say. I used the people that I enrolled with. I used my uplines. I was sending messages to my closest friends and family and just saying, you know what? If I'm going to do this, like, I would rather do this with you than my neighbor down the street that I don't know that's eventually going to join my team, right? Like, I would rather do this with you, sister. I would rather do this with you, best friend. And I leveraged the fact that I was, I only had so many top spots. You only have 5 top spots, you guys. So when you're talking to those first couple people, make them feel special and tell them, hey, you're getting one of my top spots. You're in a position where you're in the very, very beginning of a company, but you're getting my top spot on my team. And daily talking to people about what this business can do for them or what these products can do for people that's what I did. And that's the same thing that you guys get to do. So if you're on here and you haven't enrolled anybody yet, that is okay. Today is a day that you get to decide, you know what? I'm going to chase my brave and I'm going to utilize my upline and I'm going to go for it, because why not? Right? Why not? Let's just see what happens. What is the worst thing is one of your friends is like, I just don't know if it's for me, right? That's the worst thing that's going to happen. So we're all here for you. We're cheering you on. I am so excited to watch all of you guys promote to senior brand partner or executive brand partner this month. I cannot wait for you guys to start ranking up and running towards those goals. So I'm going to hop off of here because I have another Zoom. I will download the chat. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I think sometimes, especially if you've worked with me in the past before, think, oh, Ashley's corporate now. You guys, my job is developing the field. Part of doing that is having intentional conversations with every single one of you. So send me a message if you guys need to. I am super, super excited to lock arms with all of you guys and just run after all of these goals that you have for yourself. And I know that your uplines are as well. So happy Saturday, everyone. I will talk to you soon.